Welcome to Title Talk with your host, Drew Wishover, entrepreneur, a published author, and owner of Inspired Title Group, along with his co-host and CEO, Aimee Maley. Each week, they offer you some laughs, industry terminology, tips and strategies, along with the occasional real estate professional to help educate you as it pertains to buying, selling, or just plain old homeownership. Thanks for spending time with them. Now, let's jump into today's episode of Title Talk. Welcome. Another Thursday edition of Title Talk. You're here. We're here.
Kind of.
Absolutely. Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good day, whatever time it is that you are listening and joining us today. We are Inspired Title, the title company that cares. My name's Drew.
And my name is Aimee.
We are bringing to you another Thursday episode edition show about title and all the fun things that go on in the business and in the industry. So we thank you guys for joining. We got a lot of fun here today. Amy's just tossing stuff all over the place. That's great. We're glad to have you here. We're glad to have you guys here each and every week. Brittany, nice job on the backdrop again. We've got a fabulous new production going. This is pretty exciting. We're just getting bigger and better and greater with each week. So
we are great.
We are great. We're here to tell you why we're great. Today is a show about why we're great. Not really. It isn't. But today is about, we're going to talk about some terms, maybe some conversation that you guys want to know the difference between and understanding of. So stay tuned for that. We'll be bringing in a guest to assist us in that matter. But in the meantime, why don't we do what we normally do?
Let's do what we normally do.
We are going to move on to getting to know Dru Aimee. Again, just a little bit more. Would you rather, if that didn't give you a starting point?
I think we're done with vomit talk.
I kind of liked the would you rather.
That's cool.
It was kind of fun to change it up a little bit. It went in some directions that were a little weird.
Terrifying.
But I brought the question up, so I'm
You're at fault for that one, yes.
I will take full blame for Brittany's story. I didn't think she would get right into it.
That was aggressive.
So, why don't we go first, Dane? Give me a read of how you want to know me. What do you want to know?
Right. In your opinion, what is the biggest sign of weakness in a person?
Insecurity. Insecurity is something that I think is a lack of confidence, and I think that it stems from a lot of different things, and there's a lot of insecurity that can be ugly, like jealousy is an insecurity which is ugly. If you're confident in who you are, and if you're confident in your relationship, insecurity is kind of a wasted emotion, in my opinion. Insecurity kind of it plays out in a workplace when you're not really confident in being able to make that decisive decision because you're fearing the consequence. But if you're confident in who you are and what you do, how else are you going to learn? You got to make a mistake. Right? You got to fall down so you can get back up. And that is really something for me that is, I'm quick to recognize it, but I'm also quick to be empathetic about it and try to correct it is maybe the wrong word, but just
like help
assist in
the growth of
building that confidence.
For sure.
Yeah.
No.
Thank you. That's a good question. Good job. Okay, here you go. What energizes you about your career?
In this part of my career, on my title side of stuff, I think I'm very surprised I'm going to say this because I'm shocked, because I don't think I would have said it 3 years ago, is that every day is different. I think if I were ever in a career or in a job where I was doing the same thing every single day, I think I would go nuts.
Yeah.
And it's, like I said, it's surprising to hear that because I used to be so comfortable with the same. Like when I worked at the pizza place for 7 years, I was so comfortable knowing what I was doing, and this.
Yeah, it's mundane. Right,
it's mundane, but that's what I used to like about it, because I knew exactly what I was doing, and I knew there would never be anything that came up to, And now the more I'm learning in this job, the more I'm loving that every day is different, because it isn't that same okay, well, I'm going to go back and I'm going to do my title every day.
And can I tell you that was the biggest disappointment for me when I started in this, And my one goal quickly was to make it not the same. And it was something that was, it was necessary for me to go, I can't do this if it was just same it day in and day out. I needed to be stimulated with variety and excitement, and I'm going, it's not normal in this business to have that.
For sure.
It is, and it could be if you take on different opportunities. Short sales, foreclosures, you get the refis and the
is it harder than, like, it definitely adds the
yes.
level of difficulty to it.
No question. But that's the fun and the challenge,
but that's
right?
why, I mean, I always say I'm a lifelong learner. Like, I love going to school. I would still go to school if I could be, and I feel like I am, learning from myself.
I mean, I saw that out of the gate with you in that trait of being that learner, that person who wants to be challenged, who accepts challenge. There are a lot of people who they don't care. They're just there. They're an employee. I'm just going to come in and I'm going to do my 8 hours and I'm out. And I'm not going to put in any extra. I don't care about learning. I just I'm here to collect the paycheck, and that's okay. That's not us.
I was going to say
that's not this group.
I would think everybody in this team would have a similar answer to that because I feel like
team.
We grow and we change.
The leadership team directs that because they see the vision of what I bring to Aimee, and then Aimee goes and says, okay, and she's got her own vision of leadership as well, and that's where I think the trickle-down effect is real.
Right.
But if you go to a lot of other businesses, you see the face, you see they're not happy to be there, they're just looking at the clock, they can't wait to get out of there. I mean, even Brittany in her worst day
I think that's today.
Time. I mean,
I think she like 10 o'clock. She's like, "It's gonna be a long Thursday,"
and that's okay.
She's still
She laughs. She's engaged. She has fun. Maybe it takes a little bit more to get it out of her, but it always comes out. And even the guys. I mean,
John being here today was huge in that.
Step.
Like that was
big step. John, kudos, great job.
Yeah,
glad you stepped outside of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
But again, Aimee, kudos to you. That's the environment we're creating, and so I think that we create this environment. Not if the environment that we're creating in here is exciting to you guys as the listener, you definitely want to do business with us because that's the environment we create. This is who we are. We are not faking this. This is not an act. This is genuinely inspired.
This is life, and I think I'd go nuts if it wasn't like this.
Right.
So
I mean, Brittany said it real well that she enjoys going to work because it's different, but it's fun. We're
a bunch of lunatics here.
Yeah, it's a crazy group of people that are professionally skilled to get this thing done.
Oh yeah.
And that's where I'm proud. So
yeah.
There you go. Now
that's
your
cool.
turn.
Very cool. All right. What is one thing that's happened to you that made you a stronger person?
There's been a lot. I'll hold the deepest, darkest one.
And I'm not trying to pry in that deep, but just something that. Do you hear this? He has to think.
I think that because there are so many, because of the success stories of in the making are created by the best failures, and my success stories all have a past. So I'm going back to my memory of thinking, one that was hurtful and difficult was the wire fraud or the fraudulent check that was passed on to the title company in excess of $500,000, and it really crushed the company. It put me into hyper problem solving mode to mend so many different ties. I have had the privilege of speaking about this event at banks, several different banks I brought this to the attention to because they were they were just kind of baffled by how this could happen. So a quick little snippet of what happened was I had a $500,000 cashier's check brought to the title company. Now this was before wires were
this was
demanded.
10 years ago, 15 years ago?
This was 2007 and 8. It lasted until 2011 between the lawsuits and the unraveling. And not to tell you the loss of clients and
relationships
good clients and relationships.
You hate that. Like that, I think that's the biggest part that probably got to you.
what we were the victim in this because this cashier's check looked like the best cashier's check ever given. Brought into the title company, the closer, accepted it, deposited it, paid off the mortgage, paid out everybody else. That $500,000 check bounced in 3 days afterwards, and we went crazy. We paid off all these different things. So now we have a $500,000 hole in our escrow account.
Oh my gosh.
We immediately contacted the bank that we paid off the mortgage, and they went, "Yeah, sorry, we paid it off." We immediately contacted all the clients that they got their proceeds from, that we shared all the monies with, and they went, "Yeah, sorry, we cashed those checks." We contacted the issuer of the cashier's check,
Yeah.
and they answered the phone and continued to lead us down this primrose path of, no, you have to deposit it like this. No, you have to do these things. We put them in touch with our bank, and never, ever has there been any procedure about how you cash a cashier's check. Got the FBI involved, called the police.
Oh my God.
The FBI said, it's not, there's nothing we can do.
That's awful.
We went to court. It was terrible. It was terrible, 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 terrible. I will tell you that we recovered about $475,000 or $80,000 of that
That's
through
a pretty big
efforts.
Yeah.
Efforts, but in that process, we lost a lot of clients because of how they thought we mishandled. And I went, "Your client.
What would anyone
passed
have
it.
done? Like,
You're the attorney. Your client brought it to us. Why are we? Because we accepted it. It's really bad. It's really bad. But I'll tell you that really strengthened me to a degree of going, okay, I've seen it and I'm aware of it. That's why I'm really on top of this fraud stuff that goes on. So,
it's huge. Yeah.
Yeah. That's not a fun space to be. I don't recommend it to anybody.
Yeah, I'll try not to.
Okay, thank you. What is your favorite sleeping position?
On my belly.
Really?
On my belly with my leg up.
Like
I don't. There's no way of showing the universe right now. Oh my God, is this happening? No.
Because that would be weird,
like
right?
this way. Like I like. There's.
Is it almost fetally?
No.
So you're bringing it into your stomach?
No, on my side. I feel like
I just asked the questions, folks. I tell you, I just asked the questions, and this is how the return is.
Can you move out of the way so I can do this?
I can. I
have to wait. Okay. I lay like this. Can you see me, Brett?
Okay.
It's the best. I try to fall asleep like this.
I just asked the questions.
But then I find myself and I wake up like this.
Yeah, okay, I have no words.
Check you later.
Wow. Well, thanks for
You asked the question.
I did. I just asked the questions. Now we have.
Because no one knew what this meant.
We still might not. Still might not. All right, go ahead.
I know you believe in second chances.
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe in third?
Probably topic specific. It really depends on the circumstance and
Does
what
it?
it is. You asked that question.
Christina sleeps the same way as me.
But we also know Christina's weird too. I mean, come on. Did you notice it, Christina, from the display over there or the display here? Which display was really the one that you recognized?
Have you ever slept like that?
I can't sleep. No.
Don't knock it till you try it. That's all I'm saying.
I would never try that. It's contortion. It's weird.
So, it's so comfortable. Sorry. Back to more important things.
What was the question? Oh, third chance.
Third chances. So topic specific.
Yeah, circumstantial.
Is
very
it
circumstantial.
person specific or situation specific?
Situation. I mean,
Yeah.
Here's my argument behind that. You know what you have. You don't know what you have over here.
The unknown is scary.
So is this fixable, correctable through conversation, through organization and opportunity and different communication skills before you go to this point and make a whole other change? If you've exhausted all those measures and you truly then are going, I'm helpless and hopeless with this process, this is not going to go anywhere,
Right.
then fine, then no, I'm not into having,
Because the unknown is almost just as scary as fighting the beasts that you know.
Right.
You know?
At least you know it. You know where you're going to get stuck. You know the obstacles that you're going to.
You know what's going to happen, but the unknown, you have no idea what's out
And
there.
if somebody says that everything's great and nobody has any baggage, or this person is such a great worker and you'll never have, they're full of it. It's not
the reality of
It's
it.
something that I've learned in this business is everybody's got something.
I think you're more thinking development. I feel like you're kind of talking development side more than.
I think even in here,
Yeah.
In this, because, even if there's people in here that make mistakes or continue to disappoint, I think I know what that is. I get it. There's a history there. I understand it. Going outside and bringing in another body and relearning all about their idiosyncrasies is maybe something I'm not up for.
Right.
So I think that I probably would be, because you guys all know who I am.
I was gonna say you have a sweet soul.
Yeah.
It's hard for you to dismiss people.
It's a big heart.
Yeah.
It's it takes a lot to rile me up, but when I'm riled up, it's really weird and uncomfortable. So poor Christina.
I've seen it once, I think, in the 5 years working here.
Am I being
Riled up.
Yeah. I get riled up, but I keep it to myself.
Yep.
Speaking of riled up, what really makes you angry?
In the workplace or in life?
I think that I left the question pretty general. What makes you angry?
I mean, people that lie is my thing that sets me off more than anything else in the universe.
Okay.
Whether it be something at work someone lies about, whether it be Joe saying he's drinking a Sprite when it's actually vodka and Sprite, like he did at a wedding and I didn't speak to him. Like, I hate when people lie.
Yeah, be truthful. Nice.
And I think it's a thing that, like, people think they're dumb and, like,
No, they think
people
you're
think
dumb.
I'm dumb enough to, like, believe it. But if someone lies to me in my face without even
They
blinking
can
an
pull
eye,
one
like,
over on you.
if you can lie, what else could you do?
Right.
Like, you could pull any kind of crap thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Get to know Drew and Amy.
Don't lie to me.
A little bit more. Don't lie to Amy and just keep.
And
sticking
everyone
to
try
me
sleeping like that. Just once.
Yeah, Brittany. Yeah.
Try laying down like that tonight. I'm not even kidding.
Have you gotten the book?
Have you heard about our golf outing? Sorry, go to your book first.
The book. It really is a great book. The 2 Hour Difference. It's being sold on Amazon. I would love to.
You're getting a couple good reviews
Get
on
your
there.
feedback and hear what your thoughts are. I've met with a few folks who have read it and just really wonderful feedback and really talking about how it is helpful and beneficial for people who are mentoring, people who are coaching, parenting.
Parents? Yeah.
I think it's a lot of different opportunities. So I just encourage you to grab the book, read it. I'd be happy to sign a copy of it for you. Bring it on in. Let's go out and have a cup of coffee. Whatever it is, I'd love to hear your feedback. So let's close it up, Aim. Give your quote. Give your quote
My
of the day.
quote, well done is better than well said. Good old Benjamin Franklin.
Indeed.
Put your money where your mouth is and get it done.
So here, ready? Do not take life seriously. You will not get out alive.
Deep.
Live every day. I hope you guys really enjoyed this as much as we did.
It was great. Thank you.
We thank you for tuning in. We thank you for commenting. We thank you guys for really just following the Inspired team. We're here for you guys. So we'll be back here next week with some new fun and different opportunities and conversations. So we ask that you guys join us. Until next week, my name's Drew.
And my name is Amy.
We are Inspired Title Group, guys. Take care. See you.
Well, that's it for this week's edition of Title Talk. Be sure to head over to our Inspired Title YouTube page, subscribe, like, and follow the team on Instagram and Facebook. Join us again next time for more tips and knowledge from the industry pros. Thanks again for listening.